So this is what I traditionally have been using on my other layouts. I have the main bus wire that runs the entire length of the layout, and I come off of that with these track feed lines here. And I go up to each side of the track. So what typically what you'll do is you'll strip these off, and then you have these splices here. So what you have to do is you stick this in here, and mind you, this is all done typically under a layout, okay? And then you've got to come in and cramp that connector. All right. Once that's done, you need to kind of look in here and make sure that that is centered, because I have seen them get off center and they won't work if they're off center. So they need to be centered and pretty much straight. So like that. All right, so let's say that this is, and exactly that's what happens. Let's try this again. This is pretty typical. All right, so that's no good. No, so I have to start over with another one. All right. I should have got my better crimpers out. So let's try that. And yes, I know these are not the best. I do have some real good crimpers. I should have brought them. All right. Maybe this will get the point across. Maybe not. Well, either you are going to see a good show or I'm going to have a bunch of bloopers at the end. All right. Try it again. This goes in here. And cramp. All right. Now, make sure it's centered in there. If not, you'll need to take your screwdriver and kind of make sure it's centered in there. Okay, that's good. All right, so this is the main feed line, and these are, I don't know, call them suitcase connectors or whatever. So what you'll want to do is you want to put this right over. You can kind of see there's a little notch here, and what you want to do is you want to put that over your wire and close it. Yeah, I gotta get right over it. And these have a lock. All right. You'll have to take a pair of pliers because this has got to go down in there real good. So, all right. So that seems to be pretty good. All right, and then this end has an opening where this goes into there. All right, just like that, and it will lock in there. So the idea of this with that is to transfer the power to that suitcase clip and then out to your wire to your track. It's always a good idea to test these to make sure you've got a good connection and your power is good. Now, unfortunately, if you redo something, or if you have a bad connection here, either here or back here, you basically have to start over. So you have to pull this apart, and it seats pretty darn good. It seats good. So my point is, this is ruined. You've ruined this clip, you ruined this, so you're down to having to do something different. All right, so there it is. If this didn't catch good, then you kind of have to pry it off. Frankly, it just gets to be a pain. And I was looking for something different, and I found it. These are called Wago connectors. I don't know if anybody's heard of them. If you're an electrician, I'm sure you have. So what these are, and they're actually made for home 120 power. So here's what they look like. They're these little connectors here. And they have, if you want to do this, get the ones that have the flip up. And basically you can flip these up just like this. All right. So what I'm going to do is, this is my main track wire, my bus wire. All right. Coming in from the power supply. I need to strip that back there. Okay. So that's stripped. So I'm going to take my Wago. Now these Wagos, I've seen them in singles, like a splice. I've seen them in doubles. This is a triple. And I've seen them up to 5 holes here where you can put things in. Now, and it'll take several different sizes. So what I do is I take where I want to put a connector in. I'm going to cut this main bus wire, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to flip this down. As simple as that. Now, let's say we're coming out and going on down the line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. I need a little more than that. All right. And I'm going to stick it in right here next to it, okay? And I'm going to close that down just like that, all right? Now what I'll do is I'll take my line that feeds my track feed line, and yes, this is smaller, and I'm going to stick it in there and close it down. And that's all there is to it. Now, how strong is that? It's strong. Even this one, the small one. These things just don't come apart. They just don't. All right. So let's say that you want to change up your layout, or you want to do, or you messed up something and you got a short, and you say, oh, I need to redo it. All you have to do is clip these up and redo it. This connector is still good. You reuse it. You don't throw it away. And you can use them time after time after time. Now these have been tested in home use instead of wire nuts. And I've seen several videos where they've really pumped the power to it, and they hold up pretty good. So I know there's no issue with layout wiring on these. And I'm currently building my new layout with these. I'm going to get some of the 5 because I can run several tracks off of one connector. But anyhow, so I want to share these with you. You can buy these on Amazon, eBay, probably maybe even your local electrical house. I'm sure has these. They're fairly cheap. This is a box of 50, and it goes all the way from 24 to 12 AWG wire. And it says to strip it back 11 millimeters. I don't ever really measure it. I know there's a scale on the side so that you can actually it actually shows you where it is, but I just strip it and put it in there, no problem. You just have to make sure that you get your wire all the way to the inside where you can see it. If you look, you can, since they're clear. I mean, that's the great thing, because you can see right in there. See, because you can see where the wire has come up, and then just clamp that down, and it makes contact right there with this bar at that point. So great little connectors. I think this is a box of 50. I think I paid maybe a little less than 20 bucks for them. But yeah, just kind of wanted to share that with you.